First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Webb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Webb now from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roll now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Matt Longacre in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Second down, Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Todd Davis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. A good pickup there at 22. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Cook, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ringo. Let's go. Mason.
Cousins now on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. And Denver getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. On 1st and 10, Webb. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one. Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them. Now a first down throw, Webb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass. A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good. How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go! 319! 319!
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney!
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now Webb. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! All right, here we go. Green, 39!
He's going to get it running right. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action now. Cousins. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on fourth down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play fake. Cousins. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score. Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal. Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Over!
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Lucky 56.
A final shot before break. Webb, he shakes him off, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, Hawk. Four down. Rhino.
They go play action. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins steps away to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on 2nd down. Webb to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gone, 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 gone.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Operating from the gun. Webb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman. Shelling through the defense. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Freeman again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Webb. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Vikings now heading onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins to throw it. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On play action, Cousins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Todd Davis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins now. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Webb. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On first down, it's Webb. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Webb. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now it's Freeman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Webb to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Cousins on 1st down. And incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
Cousins. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 2nd down, Webb. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A 20th carry now for Freeman. Oh, he knocks him over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Freeman. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And McManus able to put it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And now out comes Minnesota. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch him now, Barney!
Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And McManus able to put it through, and the lead stretches 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now out comes Minnesota. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Denver, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.